Okay. KTT, new episode once every 2 weeks, anime themed podcast, and this is episode 13. You feel me? I am your host, Drift, and I'm joined by my co-host.
Xero, well, go on, man, them.
Straight like that. You feel me? And this week, we're just going to get straight active, you feel me? Straight active with it. And before we get into it deeply, though, and proper, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, you know what I'm saying? All that stuff that you know that people on YouTube will usually tell you to do, you feel me? So without further ado, man's going to jump into the actual podcast now. We're going to start out with MHA in it, you get me? So, I'm going to immediately ask, straight up, you know what I'm saying? No longage, no wasting time, no longage, keeping it real. Yeah? How do you feel about the epilogue allegedly being 5 more chapters long?
Mind-blowing.
Okay, expound.
Absolutely mind-blowing.
Why?
All right, within the first 30 seconds when you already got me up. Right, so we've touched on this thing before about what it means for My Hero Academia wrapping up.
Yeah.
Right? My initial thought was that we were going to have something along these lines to wrap up. Okay, so I was thinking, maybe 1 or 2 more chapters after that kind of wrap up everything, maybe get a little flash forward, and that's it. That's the end of it. But now, the author came out and it was like, we're going to go into like an extended epilogue. So everybody got to considering what the hell an extended epilogue looks like. Are we getting
like stay with exactly where you are, yeah? But the irony of on one hand telling man, yo, we're getting an extended epilogue, yeah? And then not long afterwards telling us, hey, the extended quotation mark epilogue is 5 chapters long.
5 chapters long.
5 chapters long. But hey, let bro cook. You were saying, go on.
Yeah. So went from an extended epilogue to now the epilogue is going to be 5 chapters long. All right. And in that, what you really have to look at is how much stuff needs to get wrapped up.
There's a hella unpacking.
There's a hella unpacking.
Yeah, hella unpacking.
And let's not forget that person that turned up at the end of 425.
Who is that nigga?
Thank you.
Bro,
so you set up somebody that looks like a villain.
If I let you
for a fight, that's not gonna be more than what? A chapter? Half a chapter?
If I let you niggas tell it, bro, I swear to God, fam. If I let you niggas tell it, it's Deku's dad. But yeah, go on.
Man said Deku's dad. It's not Deku's dad. You know what I'm saying? It's not Deku's dad. One thing I kind of saw is maybe this person has the ability to fix Deku.
Fix Deku?
Yeah.
All right.
So maybe something along the lines of the abilities work sort of like everywhere that can either rewind or, reconstitute something.
The only thing about that I'm gonna hit back against, you know what I'm saying, is because one of the key reasons that people thought that it was Deku's father is because the individual's mouth was wrapped up. You know what I'm saying?
I thought it was because Deku's dad just absentee as fuck.
But I mean, don't get me wrong, there is that. That's a fucking fact. You get me? That is a motherfucking fact. That nigga's absentee as shit. You feel me? But the reason that people thought that it was Deku's dad is because the person's mouth is covered up. You know what I'm saying? And because we know that Deku's dad has a flame quirk, people are running with the idea that the reason that this person's mouth was covered up, maybe he can breathe fire. You get me? I still wasn't rolling on that. About this individual that indicates you can breathe fire.
There's what, you breathe fire? Because all these quirks come with a drawback, right? So you breathe too much fire and what, you burn you singe your teeth and you scorch your tongue. Like, what we're doing here?
Don't get me wrong, me personally,
we've already explored that with Dabi. The quirk being too strong for your body, that's Dabi's whole thing.
And my whole thing is just like, bruv, I don't understand off the panel that you man saw, what about that made you guys think he had fire powers? There is not enough information in that one panel to kind of be like, maybe he has fire powers.
He's barefoot. He burned his shoes off in it like he's barefoot.
I'm just like, my nigga, you man need to stop fucking reaching. You know what I'm saying? Relax, stop reaching. You feel me?
I agree.
And if this individual's quirk is something akin to Ares, again, I question the significance of showing us him with a bandaged up face. You get me? Obviously, there was other shit there as well because like the person's hand seemingly was like, the hand that was against the wall was like watered down to like maybe here. You know what I'm saying? And obviously for the viewers that can't see, basically to like the first digit of your fingers. You know what I'm saying? Like the first segment of your fingers. You get me? So there's all of that. But I'm like, cuz nothing about that makes me think that it's Deku's dad. Anyway, let's never stay on that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not the main focal point of what we're discussing here today in MHA. You feel me?
Right.
But yeah, go on. Finish up, my bro.
Right. So thoughts about it? I don't know, man. You understand? As I said, there's a lot you need to wrap up here. One thing I kind of want to see them return to is the whole undercurrent, that, spin around that next guy, their whole thing with the polymorphs.
No way.
Yeah, exactly. It's not going to happen, is it?
No way,
it's not going to get addressed, is it? No, exactly. But that's something to say. Stuff like that. That's a societal issue. You can't punch your way out of that. You understand?
Facts.
So you should spend some time really addressing that. Hawks is now the new public safety.
Yeah, like public relations.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So that the president of that whole thing,
Yeah.
right? Now, as somebody who's probably had to endure some form of stigma because his dad was a criminal,
He did.
Maybe he can like work to address that, but that's me just like
I mean
reading too much into shit. I think
even if he attempted to, you know what I'm saying? I still feel like it wouldn't be a good move. Why? Because for you to understand that whole issue within the world of your anime, yeah, and only choose the last 5 chapters to like try to address it in any meaningful way outside of like season 6, you know what I'm saying? Like a small portion of season 6. What's the point at this point? Like you're gonna address such a crucial part of your world building in the last 5 chapters.
Are we saying season doesn't like with the anime?
And like, oh yeah, in the anime. You know what
Well,
I'm saying?
7 then, isn't it?
Are we on season 7 now?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So in season 6, like the last season, that's where we got like the small portion that was real focused around the you know what I'm saying? Cool. So I'm like, apart from that one portion there in season 6 when my anime watchers come on now, you know what I'm saying? Apart from that one part there in season 6, the whole heteromorph in fucking society and societal views on heteromorphs, that's never touched on again properly. You know what I'm saying? So since post that, we ain't seen shit about it properly.
Here's the thing. Towards the end of the most recent chapter 426, you do see Spinner.
And my whole response to that would be, so?
But that was Spinner's whole beef. Remember that again, that's where he kind of come in. The prejudice that him and other people like him suffered, and that's why he joined the Villain Liberation and all that kind of stuff.
And
so he's there, so maybe
to
he'll
hit
say something
to hit back at that point, when we saw Spinner in this most recent chapter, he only spoke about Shigaraki. Nothing to do with heteromorphs. You see what I'm saying?
I'm talking about the next chapter.
But no, what I'm saying is the point I'm making here is this. The character that you were like, cool, Spinner's still alive, you know what I'm saying? Very centric to the topic that we're talking about. When we saw that he was alive in this chapter, he spoke only on Shigaraki. There was no inclination that heteromorphs in society were going to get any more of a look in. You get me? That's what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is like, cause at this point, this fucking far late into the game, if you want to do something, again, if it's 5 chapters long, yeah? Even if you did want to do something to kind of expand the whole heteromorph thing, in 5 chapters, my nigga, you're going to underplay. You're not doing it as proper service.
To be fair, I don't think they are.
No.
But I'll just say that. That's something that I would have thought, would need to be addressed. I don't think they are, but I think that it's a societal issue that will probably need to be addressed in whatever capacity they can or will. You understand? But it remains to be seen.
I mean, my question is this.
All right,
yeah?
cool.
So it's like, are you saying that it remains an issue that needs to be addressed in the 5 chapters, like in the 5 chapters we're going to see in the epilogue?
No, that's what I'm saying. We're not going to see, but it's like
post the world, like post the world.
Whatever goes on in that thing, like you'd expect that that's something that needs to be tackled. Like it was a major issue.
I mean, hopefully. But again, here's my whole thing, right? Again, and it speaks to the point I was making before. Even if that is the case, it is wasted the fact that this was not properly addressed over the course of the story's telling.
Fair enough.
So that's what
I
I'm
agree
saying.
with you there.
That's the only point I'm really saying there. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
kind of hurt me that you choose like the tail end of the series to kind of like dabble in stuff like that.
As late as like it was addressed in the fucking show as is in season 6, we're gonna keep saying, you know what I'm saying? That was still too late, my nigga.
True.
That was still too late, you know what I'm saying? So if you give me anything to do with like heteromorphs and society and the implications in the last 5 of the chapter, I'm going to question your decision making, because I'm like, we had a whole fucking run to kind of flesh out and look at some of these fucking concepts. You know what I'm saying? And like see how they affect the fucking world that we're watching. You get me? And we did not. You get me? So that's
of course you forgot.
Nigga, facts. I don't know, like this is what I'm saying. That's my whole thing, right? I don't know if it's a case of Horikoshi forgot, or if it was just something that he never truly planned on ever properly like fleshing out.
No, it's likely not. It's
just not something that he.
But like I don't know if other people look at that, but hey, that's something that kind of resonates with me. You understand? I'm melanated. We've all dealt with prejudice in some way, shape, or form. You understand? Historical context is there. You understand? So I'm like, you've touched on a subject area that's kind of close to me, so I've kind of want to see that dealt with in a proper way, but. Hey, I'm not gonna let's not like
my
delve on that too deep. Let's not dwell on that part.
My counter to that would be, I honestly feel the opposite. The only reason I feel the opposite, of course, like being a melanated nigga myself, you know what I'm saying? When we have issues like that in anything that I'm watching, if you can do it sensibly, of course, you're gonna get like my looking, you feel me? But because My Hero Academia in 5 fucking seasons never once properly tried to like give that side of society a proper looking, why should I, the viewer, care? That's my whole thing. You feel me? Like, don't get me wrong. If it was executed differently, of course, I would probably like, yeah, cool, give me more. You know what I'm saying? Give me more, because conceptually it is interesting. But in how long, like from the start up to where we got it, it just became evidently like apparent it's just not a part of the world building that you care about
That
fleshing
he
out.
didn't care about.
You know what I'm
Fair
saying?
enough. Fair enough.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
To me,
it's probably not
I
going to
would-
happen. It's just something I
like,
want to see.
to
That's what I'm
me,
trying to
I
say.
will
That. It's
always
something
say-
I wanted to see.
Like, to me, I will always say it was to the anime's detriment. You know what I'm saying? Also the story's detriment, because again, it's a very interesting part of the world that could stand to see some fleshing out. You get me?
Mhm.
It's just after I sit back and I watch, it became increasingly apparent it's just not really gonna get touched on in the capacity that it should. You know what I'm saying? Or
Mm.
could. You know what I'm saying? Or could. Because it's your work. If you don't care to do it, who said should? Could. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
It just wasn't. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't really properly addressed. You feel me? And I ain't even gonna lie to you. Well, like we wrapping up this segment soonish, and I wanted to talk about Endeavour and shit. You know what I'm saying? Endeavour and Darby's ending and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I suppose we can touch on that properly next week. You feel me? Because again, I ain't gonna lie, I feel like what we were just talking about, both of us has kind of felt in My Hero Academia for a cool little second now. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's why I ate up the entire segment. But fuck it, you know what I'm saying? Fuck it. We can touch on Darby's ending and Endeavour's ending properly in the next pod. You know what I'm saying? Because I do actually have some thoughts on that. You feel me? Like, really quickly, succinctly put, what they did with Darby, I'm pleased with. You feel me?
Yeah,
What they did with Darby, I'm pleased with, because after everything that motherfucker did, he should not walk away with a slap on the wrist. You know what I'm saying? And the nigga physically looks like he paid the price. And of course, the implication is he's gonna die in a couple of months.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yeah, you paid the price. You know what I'm saying? You chose a life of a villain, your life ended as one. And if you remember in one of the previous podcasts, it was one of the things I was saying about Shigaraki. You get me? I was like, if this shit ends and it's just, oh, we're gonna save Shigaraki with the power of friendship and we're gonna embrace him again. No, that nigga needs to die. So him dying, cool. Darby dying, cool. You know what I'm saying? So I like the end of the Todoroki family. It's a very realistic ending to that whole family dynamic. You know what I'm saying?
They have a lot of work to do. That family has a lot of work to do. You understand? So much like you, I agree that it's a very nice thing. Endeavour retiring from the hero business and deciding to spend the rest of the rest of Darby's days with him, because he doesn't have long to live. I thought that's appropriate because that's really all Darby wanted. Man's whole thing was he has daddy issues.
Yeah, look at me.
You understand?
Notice me, senpai.
Notice me, daddy senpai. You know? So yeah, and the fact that Darby even apologized to Shoto as well, I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah,
you understand?
nice little wholesome thing.
Nice little thing there. You understand?
Nice little wholesome things.
But yeah, the whole family has work to do, and I understand the second brother. What's his name? Tetsuo.
I can't remember that nigga's name, but I know the one you're talking about.
You
The only
understand?
one that has like pure white hair.
Yeah. So him deciding to Endeavour, like, look, yeah, after this, I'm done with you. I don't want to do with you. That's understandable.
Super realistic. Super
Understandable.
realistic.
Listen, you need to be okay with cutting certain people out your life. If that person is toxic and you feel like they add no benefit to your life, be comfortable just cutting them off. You don't owe them anything. Mom, dad, brother, sister, whatever, you don't owe them anything.
Spitting. You know what I'm saying? And that's some real life shit. You feel me? That's some real life advice. You get me?
Word.
But like within the world of fucking My Hero Academia, if we're talking about a hero that deserves to be cut off from his family's life, if we're talking about a hero that redefines toxicity, we're talking about the former number 2, the former number 1, and now the current retired Endeavour. Right. You feel me? So that's why I'm like, it's a very good fucking like representation or like showcase of how some families can actually be. Like families are like that fucked. You get me? One of the fucking children, irrespective of however much you think you can reach out to me, irrespective of like however much you think bridges need to be mended between us, I'm fucking done. You know what I'm saying? The life you've had me live up to now, the life I've had to like endure living with you, like the life I've had to see you subject my siblings to, all of that shit just kind of congealed into me wanting nothing to do with you. When I saw that part, I was like, that is such a very good fuck. I really like that nigga's arc. You know what I'm saying? I really like that nigga's arc because it's some real life shit. You feel me? Like when you put your child through that much fucking trauma in their childhood, in their teenage years and shit, yeah, they may grow up and ultimately want nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
You feel me?
So yeah, man. Yeah, too ambitious. Too ambitious.
You know what I'm saying? Like you genuinely saw your fucking, like you saw your woman as a fucking baby maker, my nigga. That shit's crazy. Man, yo,
you saw your kids as tools. Like tools. You understand? And the ones that didn't come out right, they were defective.
Failures.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like a very good ending to the Todoroki family. You know what I'm saying? A very good ending to the Todoroki family.
So you think it's 5 more chapters or just 4 left?
That's a whole other thing with me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, if you're telling me before this chapter dropped that we had 5 chapters, then that means we now only have 4 chapters. And if one of the 5 ending chapters was used to show us Todoroki's ending, we are going to have to speed run and condense the last part of this fucking.
Here's the thing.
You know what I'm saying?
What going for the rest of class A? Like them man, like there's a bag of man in that class you need to wrap up with. All right, cool. Anyways, discussion for another day.
Discussion for another pod. You feel me? Anything else to wrap up on the tail end of the MHA discussion, or are we moving on?
Yeah, no, I think I'm pretty much good. We've covered all of it, really.
Yeah.
You understand? So, what the Endeavour stuff, the Darby stuff, the new hero thing. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I think we really covered it. It's not Deku's dad. Get over it.
please drink water. You know what I'm saying? Like, stay hydrated. But yeah, cool. MHA section done. Soon come back. Boom. And we're back. You know what I'm saying? And I do believe we are going to be talking about, oh, wait, hold on. Anybody that's still sticking with us, love, sub up. Yeah, now, moving on. You know what I'm saying? I believe we're going to be talking about Boruto. It's been a little second. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously, in the first, like when the podcast first started, Boruto was a regular occurrence on the pod. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm talking week in, week out, week in, week out. You know what I'm saying? So we have to let the young lord breathe. You feel me? But we back now. We active. My dog, lead the discussion.
All right, so chapter 11.
Uh-huh.
Right, so some good shit happening there.
All right.
But I just kind of want to look at a couple things that I noticed with the chapter. All right, so I know, you know, people who listen might notice that I go at konohamaru a lot. And that ain't gonna change today. That nigga trash.
Sorry. No, don't ignore me. Yeah,
I'm sorry. Nah, come on. Like, listen. He tried to pull up on Hidari in this chapter, right? With a Rasengan, and that just got weaved. You understand? That just got. See, just sitting there, fucking, just creasing, yeah. It's because of body, fam. Like, no hands, zero hands to speak of, bro. God Almighty. The only thing I can give him credit for is the fact that he busts out a new Rasengan. You understand? The wind style Rasen barricade.
No.
Hey, no. To be fair, it's cool.
I like the way it looks. I'm not lying.
You understand? Like, innovative.
The
I give you that. But that's it.
You know what I'm saying? The ooh might have sounded sarcastic. You get me? The ooh might have sounded sarcastic. You get me? But I'm like, oh, fuck him up, konohamaru. But go on.
But fuck who up? That's the thing. You understand?
You gonna leave my
Matsuri, who he's supposed to fight, is fairly close in part to Jura. I think Jura's still quite a bit stronger than her, but you understand? Close to Jura in power. Konohamaru is not 1v1 in that.
Yeah, no. I mean, don't get me wrong. I say this as like one of three remaining Konohamaru fans in the world. You feel me? Like, you are not 1v1ing a Shinju, my nigga. Cut that malarkey right here and now. You feel me? So continue.
Right? Cool. We've also seen that Team 10 are severely fucking lacking. You understand? In terms of like the firepower needed to like proper fight against them, man. Inojin joined the Doughnut Club.
Yeah.
There's something to say.
But to be fair, stay where you are. You know what I'm saying? At no fucking point, though, did I think Team 10, like, could box against Jura. No.
Fair enough. But I'm talking about, that's the thing. That's Jura, but you might have to fight Matsuri, who's very likely, very close to Jura
damn near analogous in strength.
Yeah, close to Jura in power. You, man, just do not have what it takes.
You ain't got it, bro. You're not that guy, pal.
You understand? You don't have what it takes.
You don't.
Now we come to Sarada, right? And to an extent, Himawari as well. You understand? Chapter 10, it was here comes the girls.
Rising star, by the way, Himawari. Boy,
right, exactly, cool. Chapter 10, it was like, here come the girls. Right. You understand? Himawari busting out the new Nine Tails mode. You understand? Some people calling it Barrier mode. Some people saying it's like a form of fucking KCM. You understand? You had Sarada busting out like a nice dodge and injuring Jura with the fucking Chidori. You understand? So they were both like being put forward. And then in this chapter, all of that just gets reversed.
It's giving me MHA flashbacks.
You something to say? Like, Sarada just got one-shotted by Jura, literally right after you done injured him. You understand? Yeah. Now, she ain't dead or she ain't out, but she's out. She's out cold. Yeah. You understand? But she's out to fight. You understand? And now you have Himawari as well, who stepped up to kind of fight Jura. To be fair, I don't think anybody expected Himawari to win that fight.
I mean, if you did, then what are you thinking? But yeah, go on.
You understand? I don't think anybody expected Himawari to win that fight.
For Himawari to win that fight, that means Jura getting clapped here, and be real.
Exactly.
But yeah, go on.
That's not going to happen. You understand? Her being able to access the level of power she has right then and there
is
able
important.
to use like tail beast bombs just after accessing the mode.
I mean, I feel like that was more so just to show you the significance of her having more fucking resonance with Kurama than Naruto. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Go on.
Exactly.
Yeah, go on. Yeah.
But she just gets brutalized by Jura straight away. A more understandable fight. I you understand that what happened with Sarada. You should have been on point.
But the thing is this though, yeah. I'm never gonna lie to you. The thing is this, yeah. I saw a fucking one YouTuber floating around, and I was like, okay, cool, that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? It was, I think people are attributing Sarada's ability to dodge Hidari that time to Sarada's skill, as opposed to Hidari's fucking like lack of techers with like her father's techniques. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, because he acknowledged it in the fucking chapter. He's never used.
Then my bad. Maybe
he never used ocular jutsu when he used the Chidori the first time.
Okay, cool. Let me walk that back. It wasn't a YouTuber that said that. I guess it was just the fucking chapter.
Yeah.
Like itself. My bad.
Yeah, so he's not been using any ocular jutsu with it. So now it's figured out, okay, combine that with the Sharingan.
Increases the accuracy, yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Cool. So, but we were waiting to see Sarada, what Sarada can do. That's the point I'm trying to make. You understand?
Okay,
we were waiting to see what Sarada can do.
Land the boat.
Again, nobody thought that it was going to be like Sarada taking on Xero here. I don't think anybody thought that. But you expected more for showing.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
And her and him have just been turned to damsels in distress again.
So this isn't me putting you on the spot, of course. You know what I'm saying? But how would you say like the engagement should have went ish then?
Sarada should not be unconscious right now for a fucking goddamn start. Sarada should not be unconscious. Bro, you don't know who this guy is. You just heard that this guy took down a bunch of if not him, then somebody he's just arrived with, took down a bunch of ninjas at the gate. You understand? They're here for Naruto. You understand? And he attacks you, you dodge, and you take him down a fucking Chidori. You understand? Bro, them Sharingan should be on, and you should be on 10 toes. Active. You understand? So, the point I'm trying to make is, I expected better from Sarada in that engagement.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
And I don't like the fact that her and himawari have been reduced to damsels in distress again. All right? Now, we're going to come to Boruto, which is one of the issues I have with this chapter. All right? So, Kawaki and Delta are on their way to try and save Himawari from Jura.
Right.
Boruto, who if you remember the last chapter, ran away because when Kawaki activated his karma, his resonated and he seemingly can't control that. So he left and went somewhere else.
Right.
Them two were on their way, already in motion, to reach Himawari to try and help her.
Right.
Boruto split bits them.
My nigga, trust me, I'm glad we touched on it. Don't get me wrong, I fucking love the boss energy that the young lord's been on since the two blue vortex. Fuck, well, I'm going for my English, bruv. Yeah. I love the energy that the young lord's been on since the start of two blue vortex. You know what I'm saying? However, it is now getting to the point where I am starting to feel a little like, yo, wagwan for the dick suck. You know what I'm saying? It's starting to feel like we're not we, as in me or you type shit. You feel me? But I feel like the author, you know what I'm saying, is starting to like glaze Boruto a wee bit too much.
Right.
You
just tone him down, just like half a notch. Like half a notch.
Just a smidge. I'm not asking for my boy to be ass fucking out. You know what I'm saying? I'm not asking for my boy to get boxed around by two Shinju. No.
Because that's the thing. Them using the karma resonance thing and him running away, I thought that was a very smart way of taking him out the fight to give everybody else a chance to shine.
Okay.
Do you see what I'm trying to say? Like, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, it was a good move. Like, okay, so he can't control the karma, but that's a smart way of getting, he can't fight there now, so it's left to everybody else to kind of show.
Now would have been a good fucking time like that. Like, it was a good story move to have him run away because now it gives other people a reason to breathe.
Time to shine. And what the fuck just happened? Boruto pulled up again. Boruto swooped in, saved Himawari. It's like fucking flying Raijin, right to Sarada. Boom, saved her. So now Body has to protect the unconscious Himawari, the unconscious Sarada, Simure, and Konohamaru.
Not
from Jura and Hidari.
My whole thing is this, blood. Yeah, like of course it's not gonna be a situation of him protecting them, all of them from fucking Hidari and Jura because obviously the other two are pulling up. You know what I'm saying? My whole issue here is
Let me ask you a question there on that point too. Cool. Now, can you see Kawaki fight with Hidari or Jura? Can you see Kawaki fight with Hidari or Jura?
As in boxing?
Yeah.
Not meaningfully, no.
All right, cool. What's he gonna have to do?
Activate his karma.
Cool. What happens when he activates his karma?
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna speak to that.
You see something to say? Like, so what? Boruto's gonna run away again?
I mean, what I was gonna say was, oh fuck, I lost it.
My bad.
No. Yeah, I mean, you were saying, go on.
Yeah, that's the point I'm trying to make. It's like, so Kawaki and Death are gonna pull up to back the fight. Kawaki's absolutely fucking useless without his karma. He's gonna activate it. What's Boruto going to do? Is he going to run away again in that fight? Do you have something to say? Like that's the kind of thing. So having him just like not be in this particular engagement was a good move to show you what everybody else can do, and we just didn't get that. You understand?
Okay.
Tone down the Boruto fucking glazing and just a couple notches, bro. You understand? Just a couple. He's had 11 straight chapters of being the goated one.
I remember now. I remember now. The reason the reason it kind of like irked me, you know what I'm saying? Of course, we'll wrap up the Boruto section, you know what I'm saying? But the reason it kind of irked me is because 11 chapters in now, the way that you're using Boruto, he's starting to feel kind of like the expectation of him is Gojo from JJK. Like one person that's seemingly just gonna pop up and can solve everything.
Precisely.
You get me? That's what I dislike. You feel me? So that's why I'm like, the point you made about him having to run away because of the resonance and that being the perfect fucking cue to let other characters have some spotlight, I agree with you 100,000%. You feel me? And I suppose my point is, as a secondary reason why I dislike the amount of fucking frequency in which we're seeing Boruto, it's because if you keep doing this, then the expectation from the viewer, the reader, is that any fucking problem that's popping up, Boruto is going to flying Raijin in, sort it out, and then dip out again.
Precisely.
You get me? And that's why I'm like, hey, look, you started off real fucking strong with Boruto's usage since two blue vortex. Don't fumble it. Don't fumble it. Still possible. Still might happen.
I agree.
Just don't fumble it. You feel me?
And I don't think we're the only ones noticing this as well.
Like,
you know,
I hope not.
I don't think we're the only ones noticing this.
I like to think the community has some working Sharingans. You feel me? I like to think the community has some working Sharingans, but I can only speak for mine anyways. You get me?
Sure.
But that's the Boruto segment. You feel me? Anything else you want to add on, my dog?
Nah, man. Aside from those issues, the chapter was pretty fire. You know what I'm saying? Himawari stepped up, got a couple of good hits in on Jura. Yeah, nah, that's it.
That's it?
Yeah. Besides that and Boruto swooping in, that's it.
To save the day again, fam. So obviously, we'll have to wait and see how the fucking next couple of chapters develop. You get me? But if this doesn't change, then I'm gonna start feeling like they're using Boruto like they use Gojo and fucking JJK. You know what I'm saying?
like last point. You remember in like Shippuden where there's like dedicated points, yeah, where the story would leave Naruto and just focus on Sasuke.
Yeah.
Do shit like that. Do more shit like that.
With who? Never. Well, next
Kawaki, Sarada, not Sumire, obviously she ain't doing shit, but Sarada, you understand? Like, the people who are going to be pivotal in the fights to come, spend more time actually developing them. Give them good time to showcase what they've learned and how they develop in the 3 years. We know Boruto's stronger, faster, and smarter than all of them. He's better than all of you. 100,000 better than everybody else in the fucking village
since
right
the
now.
show's inception, the nigga's been called a fucking genius, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, come on. You feel me? I understand. I agree. You get me?
But yeah, that's my thoughts on Boruto chapter 11. Love the chapter, but yeah, just fix some shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, the Boruto glazing, just wind it back a little. You know what I'm saying? Wind back the Boruto glazing is all we saying. It's all we're saying. You know what I'm saying? Put down your pitchforks. But yeah, cool. That's the Boruto section done. You feel me? Gonna end off the podcast with some One Piece. Catch you soon. And we are back with the last segment, One Piece, real discussion. You know what I'm saying? Real discussions. So, to anybody subscribed, we recently threw up a short. You know what I'm saying? And in the short, we were asking, who are the four strongest? Like which is the strongest captain out of these four people? You know what I'm saying? And I believe it was Luffy, Yami from Black Clover, Askalan from
Vinland Saga.
And who was the fourth?
Yami.
No,
Levi.
Levi from Attack on Titan. You know what I'm saying? Levi from Attack on Titan. You know what I'm saying? So the question was, out of those four characters, who is the strongest captain? You know what I'm saying? And we got some interesting responses in the shorts.
Comment section.
You get me? In the comment section. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So without further ado, I'm gonna pass it over to Xero. You feel me?
Yeah. So I came across that question on the internet, and I thought it would be like fun to respond to that.
Yeah, hash it out on the pod. Yeah.
Yeah, just like fun to respond to that, and test out some new content on the channel. Now, there's different ways you could respond to that. Who's the strongest captain out of those four, right? The way I chose to do with it was, who was literally the strongest. And I did that in sort of like a jokey way. You understand? Because there's no fucking way you can put Luffy, Askenlad, Yami, and Levi in a fucking scrap and expect Levi and fucking Askenlad to have any kind of hands against them two. You're fucking out of your mind.
Be realistic, bro.
You understand? You're up your fucking
you may have taken a touch too literally.
You understand? Cool. You understand? So I was just having some fun with that. But we got some interesting responses, as you mentioned.
100%. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate the love and the comment, for real.
Yeah, please do. You know what I mean? Like, comment, share, and subscribe, guys. So, what I noticed was that a lot of people took umbrage with the fact that I said Yami is the stronger captain.
Okay.
You understand? And I factored in Luffy's Gear 5.
Okay.
So it wasn't like I was like lowballing my guy.
And real quick, stay exactly where you are. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to hit at this point real quick. He cannot he can't just think Meteors can come from the sky and then Meteors come from the sky. That's not how Gear 5 works. But yeah, go on.
But that's precisely it. You understand? That's precisely it.
It just doesn't really make any sense. Don't get me wrong, I like Gear 5 and I respect people that like Gear 5 too, but you need to ground your love of the form in the facts of the fruit and the show. Nothing about Gear 5 has shown that Luffy can fucking conjure fucking meteors from the sky. Do you know what I'm saying? Nothing of the sort. But yeah, go on, you were saying.
Yeah. So, exactly that. Sorry for a bit, off kilter, but exactly that. So people just seem to think that, Luffy being able to fight however he wants means that he can just imagine anything and like whatever he imagines comes to pass.
Conjuration.
That's not exactly. He can't conjure up a Kaido or a Shanks to go fight for him. He cannot do that. It
doesn't work that way.
You understand? He's conjured what? Some glasses out of thin air, a baseball hat and a baseball bat out of thin air. Those are small fucking beans. Like, you understand? He held on to lightning, picks up the floor and you understand? Like, he fights very goofy, very wacky, very zany. You understand? But it's all based in him manipulating the matter around him. Like, it's not him just conjuring shit out of thin air.
Just materializing shit out of fucking thin air. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, when it says he can fight in any way he can imagine, it means the environment he's in, he is able to manipulate to his advantage. You know what I'm saying?
Control his body, like, or his opponent's body.
His opponent's body, the environment. I can swing on lightning. That's what it means. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same as if I can think it, I can literally do it. If he thinks about fucking meteors falling from the sky, it's not gonna happen. It's not how his powers work. We have Fujitora for that. But yeah, go on.
Yeah, no, precisely. And also the other thing is, people are like, oh, well, Luffy can see into the future. He'll see the attack coming and then he'll dodge.
Man, listen, if you, don't stop with your bad face arguments, right, when you're talking about shit like Kenbo, Shoku, fucking Haki, listen, nigga, it allowing you to see briefly into the future does not speak to the level of future sight that you guys are likely referring to. Do you know what I'm saying? Luffy can't see into the far-flung future. No. You know what I'm saying?
So let's say, like, cool. I think I saw someone say, like, a minute, right? So let's be charitable with that. Luffy can see a minute into the future and maybe dodge some shit. You know what? You know who we couldn't do that against? Fucking Kaido. This is after he had the whole 5 Katakuri and learned future sight in the first place. He had future sight. Kaido had future sight. Kaido told him that he also had future sight. You understand? And Buddy could not dodge Kaido's Thunder Bagua. You understand? He could see it coming, but he couldn't completely fucking dodge it.
Talk to these niggas.
You understand? So that just proves that, it's not infallible. Just because you can see it coming doesn't mean that he can react.
Just because you can see it coming a couple seconds, like, bruv, did you guys watch the fucking Katakuri fight? You know what I'm saying? Because that is the best fucking showcasing of like high-end Ken fucking Haki, and by Ken I mean Kenbo Shoku. Yeah. That is the best like showcasing of high-end Kenbo Shoku Haki that we've seen to date. You know what I'm saying? Right. It was the most explained fucking variation of it. Blood, he had mastered it to a point that he could see couple minutes into the future and thusly predict how the attacks are gonna come. That was somebody who is considered exceptionally masterful in the usage of it. You get me? Couple minutes. So when you guys try to make the argument like, him being able to see the future, you know what I'm saying? A couple minutes, I'm talking about Luffy here, yeah? When you try to make the argument that him being able to see the future for a couple minutes means that he can just take a clean dub against some of these other individuals, come on now, man. Bad faith argument.
Bad faith argument.
Bad faith argument.
Now, why I chose Yami, again, like I said, it wasn't really supposed to be in good faith, like, on wax. I think Yami can definitely beat Luffy. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't that.
I mean, it's definitely open to like interpretation. Even if I do feel that way, you're allowed to feel different.
You understand? Like, I'm slightly behind on Black Clover, so I can only speak up to the point where he got captured by the Spade King and all that. And bro had his mana zone. He unlocked the orb that allowed him to control gravity and fly and stuff like that, as well as the dimensional slap. Now, Luffy's fast as fuck. Yami controls fucking gravity. That half a second is all it needs for that fucking slash to reach you.
To say nothing of the fact that I genuinely do feel like, right, for people to just give it clearly to Luffy like that, yeah? Even if you haven't seen Black Clover yourself, you haven't watched it, the length yourself, I encourage you to go online and look up some of Yami's best moments. Do you know what I'm saying? Because if you properly understand how that nigga steps within the world of Black Clover, listen, nigga, it's a valid discussion in my opinion. Yeah. It is a valid discussion in my opinion. You get me? Yeah. Like, it's a valid discussion in my opinion.
And let's look at the other way you want to look at it, yeah? Who's the stronger captain in terms of what they mean to their crew? It's still fucking Yami.
You saw that? Okay. Yeah.
You understand? It is still Yami.
Because I saw that comment as well. It was like, a better question would be, who's a better captain to their crews? I'm like, that's not the question I was asked though.
You know, it says who's the stronger captain. You know, and I said that, like, it's still going to be Yami. The way Yami can motivate the Black Bulls to get their ass in line, go plus ultra, and really dig deep and like finish some shit, it's not the same. I mean, the Straw Hats all believe ironclad that Luffy's gonna be the fucking Pirate King.
But this is my whole thing, right? I'm saying, like, even in regards to that comment there, yeah? If I wanted to address it, cool. Who would I, like, who's a better captain to their crew? The discussion between Luffy and fucking, and Yami becomes way more even. in my opinion. You get me?
Right, okay.
Way more even. So I'm like, cool, fine. If that's the question you want to address, but we're talking about stronger, I don't feel like it's a cleaned up to fucking Luffy like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Just because of Gear 5. I feel like that's another thing where the dick suck needs to be kind of wound back. You feel me? Love the form. Luffy's my favorite character in One Piece, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Love the form. Been waiting on Gear 5 since manga days. You feel me?
Yeah.
But wind back the wind back the dick suck is what I'm saying. You get me?
Yeah.
Wind it back a bit. Fam.
Body's not unbeatable.
Like, bro, like couple of you niggas, your knees must be hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like, couple of you niggas, your knees be hurting, bro. Like, relax. I love the form. I love the form too. Believe me, nigga. Like, John's Liberation, I'm here for it, nigga. Trust me. Love all of that. But cool down. The nigga doesn't just solo every other fucking verse known in existence. Sorry. He just doesn't.
That's Goku's job.
Exactly. Sorry. You know what I'm saying? Argue with your damn self. You know what I'm saying? Argue with your damn self. You feel me? But yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's us addressing some of the comments that we had on our recent short. You get me? Stay tuned because more is coming up. And more questions to ruffle your feathers, I guess. You know what I'm saying? More questions to ruffle your feathers, I guess. But that's all from me for this pod, man. You know what I'm saying? Unless you have anything else you want to throw at the people, then.
No, we're good for that. We're just sometimes don't take it so literally. You understand? Just have fun with it. If you think Yami, if you think Luffy's stronger, say Luffy's stronger. But at least have valid reasons for
and
your
say
belief.
why, mother. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're gonna say, like if you're gonna drop an answer, also say why. Because if your answer is valid, shit, you can shift the mindset on it.
True.
You get me? So
that's
like
the whole point of leaving the comment anyway.
You know what I'm saying? So like if you're gonna say X person's leave your reason, like leave your rationale for why as well. Because we will come back and address that in a subsequent podcast potentially. You feel me? But yeah, so without further ado, that's me. I'm gonna wrap it up there. And that's it. I've been Drift.
It's your boy Xero.
And once again, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one. Love.